Alrighty, here we go. As you can see, I've got the list of the people from me, Glitch, Viper, Gray, another Gray. Bilbo, shut up! Bilbo! Oh my lord. Fine. Jesus. Rat, dog. Anyways, let's redo that. Yay. That's not gonna make the final cut. That's gonna go into the forgotten about blooper reel somewhere later. Alright. So I'm doing this again. We've got me, Glitch, Viper, the gay Gray, the other Gray, Jack 06, Bola, Beacon, Alex, Barry, Noxy, Mira, Toy, Perry, Bam, Kevin, Jay, Randay. Where's my mouse? Oh, there's my mouse. Randoms 2, Suguru, Suga. I don't know how to pronounce that. Give me a break. Slushy, Ember, Draco, Bash, Tiny, Alat, Benbot, Jackson, Turtleface, Coke Dog, Nat, Red Drawn, David, Den, and Rex. And proceed. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Red finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Suguru runs away. Actually, a lot of people run away from the cornucopia. Slushy takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. Nat runs away. I grab a sword. Yay! Might come back. Noxy runs away from the cornucopia. Beacon gathers as much food as he can. Toy snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Barry finds a canteen full of water. Glitch and Gray fight for a bag. Gray strangles Glitch with the straps and runs. Perry and Coke fight for a bag. Coke gives up and retreats. Yay, peace! Woo! Kevin finds a bag full of explosives. How could this go wrong? How could this? Anyways, Alat runs away, Ben runs away, David runs away, Mira runs away. Randoms grabs a shield leaning on the cornucopia. Jackson retrieves a trident from inside the cornucopia. Viper runs away. Well, so much for teamwork. Bash kills Tiny with a sickle. Ember grabs a jar of fishing bait while Jay gets fishing gear. Are they gonna team up? Den scares Randoms 2 away from the cornucopia. Turtleface runs away. Gray finds it. No. Bola scares Jack 06 away from the cornucopia. Alex runs away from the cornucopia. Den tries to spearfish with a trident. Viper injures herself. Bam constructs a shack. Toy thinks about home. Alex runs away from her lat. That's not a very Alex move of you, Alex. Suguru injures himself. Bash and Randay work together for a day. Perry hunts under troop. Well, of course Randay would work with. Of course Bash would want to work with Randay. Randay has god powers. Excuse me, Randay is god. Perry hunts for other tributes. Beacon travels to higher ground. Froggy explores the area. Slushy injures himself. Coke makes a slingshot. Jackson tries to sleep through the entire day. Ember diverts Red attention and runs away. Kevin and David track down and kill Barry. David, I think you're a traitor again. I just think. I'm not sure, though. Nat, Turtleface, Bola, and Gray hunt for other tributes. Randoms injures himself. Benbot hunts for other tributes. Noxy tries to sleep through the entire day. Jack, Rex, Randoms 2, and Gray and Draco hunt for other tributes. Jay searches for firewood, and Mira thinks about home. Well, Glitch had a pitiful death. Tiny got stabbed. Barry got betrayed. I think there's gonna be another server wide war. I don't know. Gray, Matt, and Suguro run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Rex thinks about home. Randoms and Red Drawn truce. Toy defeats me in a life, but life. Toy defeats me in a fight, but spares my life. Viper loses sight of where she is. Bash tries to treat his infection. Gray, Noxy, Perry, and Jay sleep in shifts. Slushy and Alat sleep in shifts. Oh, that's weird. Kevin cooks food before putting fire out. Coke is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Jack receives medical supplies. Jackson quietly hums. Bola sees a fire but stays hidden. That convinces Den to snuggle with her. That's weird. Turtle and David run into each other in truce. Ember tends to her wound. Turtle, don't trust David. David has betrayed like everybody like 17 times. Randy, Mira, and Alex discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Beacon goes to sleep. Benbot, Randoms 2, and Draco discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Bam receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Proceed. Jackson, Draco, and Suguro hunt. Random sprains his ankle while running away from Randoms 2. Froggy, I construct a shack. Kevin, Den, and Rant. Slushy hunt for other tributes. Alex injures himself. Alat picks flowers. David injures himself. Oh. Whoops, I forgot to change that. My bad. My fault, David. My bad, my bad, my bad. Gray and Mira work together for a day. Perry receives fresh food. Jay and Toy work together. Turtle kills Nat. No! No! The only person who could help me with my VTuber stuff. No! Jack, Coke, Randy, Rex, and Rex raid Red Drawn's camp while he is hunting. Not fair to Red, but okay. Viper receives clean water. Beacon stalks Bola. Okay. Bash begs for Bam to kill him. He refuses, keeping Bash alive. Ben makes a wooden spear. Gray kills Ember. Noxy constructs the shack. Nice. Perry, Noxy, and Alex sleep. Jack and Coke sleep. Randoms loses sight. Randoms 2 loses sight, excuse me. Bam attempts to start a fire but fails. What a loser. Draco and Slushy tell stories about themselves to each other. You already know, bro. You're from the same district. I put you guys in the same district for a reason. Okay? Sorry that your girlfriend died, Draco. Bola screams for help. That's fair. Kevin, David, and Ben sleep. Ben, don't trust those two. They betrayed Barry. Gray passes out. I tend to my child's wounds. Alat tries to treat his infection. Rex tries to sing herself to sleep. Jay fails to start a fire. Redron kills Bash. My cousin, no! Randy kills himself. Turtle Man starts fire. Not Jay, but Mira and Suguro run into each other and decide to truce. Beacon, Randoms, and Viper discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Toy sees a fire but stays hidden. And that's gay, but whatever. Okay. I'll I'll just I'll ignore that bit. I don't know what's with the snuggling stuff, but whatever. Jack steals from Beacon. Fair. Perry makes house. Gray injures himself. Noxy, Jackson, Mira, and Toy hunt for people. Cook discovers a river. Turtle Man, not Jay, makes a strack. Makes a house. Kevin makes slingshot. Randoms 2, Suguro, and Red Drawn hunt for people. Rex divert Bam's attention and runs. Draco stalks Bola. David makes slingshot. Den overhears Jay and Ben talking in distance. I receive clean water. Woo! Let's go, me. Let's go. Comeback season. Comeback season. Viper goes hunting. Slushy and Alat work together. Greg constructs house. Alex makes slingshot. Random travels to higher ground. 2 more people died. Mira, Turtle Man, and Perry discuss the games. Bald Turtle Man tries to treat his infection. Gray passes out from exhaustion. Toy and Beacon talk about the tributes. Slushy screams. Kevin receives clean water. Noxie, Ben, and Alat sleep in shifts. Redron tries to sing himself to sleep. Suguro, Bam, and Froggy cheerfully sing songs together. Yeah, that's fair actually. Den thinks about home. Rex quietly hums. Gray questions his sanity. Randoms 2, David, Alex, and Draco sleep in shifts. Coke tends to his wounds. Viper, Randoms Jack, Jackson, and Bola sleep in shifts. Viper discovers a ribute. Dyslexia moment. Turtleface and Beacon hunt for other tributes. Toy attacks Randoms 2, but her Rex protects them, killing Toy. What? Toy's dead? Again? And he had a pathetic death? Well, actually, no, I'd call that a pathetic death, anyways. How do you fail to kill a person and then somebody else kills you? Like, broski. It's not that difficult. Suguro makes a slingshot. Gray receives fresh food. Red scares David. Alex receives an explosion. Bola, Coke, and Perry and Ben raid Alat's camp. Den, Draco, and Slushy hunt for other tributes. Jackson sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Bam stalks Noxie. That's not a good idea. Noxie will kill you. I assure that. Mira travels to higher ground. Gray camouflages himself in the bushes. Random steals from Jack. Jay defeats Kevin in a fight but spares his life. And I receive medical supplies from a sponsor. I receive medical sponsors from an unknown supplies. Okay, Toy's dead. Turtle destroys David's supplies while he's asleep. Jack wins. Perry screams. Viper fails to start a fire. Draco and Beacon sleep in shifts. Coke fends Randoms to Mira and Slushy away from his fire. Den kept me alive. Redron quietly hums. Noxie forces Den to kill Gray or Froggy. He decides to kill Gray. My child, no! That kind of makes a lot of sense, but my child, no! Randoms and Ben talk about the tributes still alive. Alex receives a hatchet. Bola, Jackson, Bam, and Gray tell each other ghost stories. Suguro and Alat sleep in shifts. Kevin fails to start a fire again. Rex tends to her wounds. And Jay finally starts a fire. Let's go, Jay! Proceed, dang it. Oh, that is the new one. Okay, cool. Noxie, Turtleface, and Den hunt for other tributes. Redron dies of. What is that? Dysentery. David explores the arena. Bam picks flowers. Mirror tends to Random's wounds. Alat bashes Perry's head in with a mace. What is with y'all killing Perry, like, as soon as you can? Bola sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. I discover a cave. Slushy picks flowers. Randoms 2, Coke, and Jackson hunt for other tributes. Gray attacks Jay, but Draco protects him, killing Gray. How does that make sense? Beacon receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Suguro scares Rex off. Kevin sees smoke rising in the distance. It's your castle, but decides not to investigate. Jack scares Alex off. Viper sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Ben searches for a water source. Yay, people died. Oh, wait, both Greys are dead. Cool. Alex stays awake. Beacon goes to sleep. Me and Randoms 2 tell stories about ourselves to each other. David is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Bam and Rex tell stories about themselves to each other. Coke questions his sanity. Denville begs for Jackson to kill him. He refuses, keeping Den alive. Slushy thinks about home. Mira throws a knife into Kevin's head. Finally, Mira. Noxie receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Bola tries to treat his infection. Alat receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Randoms tends to Viper's wounds. Jay and the two turtle people hold hands. That's weird. No, please. Ben fends Suguro, Jack, and Draco away from his fire. That makes a lot of sense, and I think if Ben wanted to kill the three of them right there, he could have. But like that's just me. Den makes a wooden spear. Jay camouflages himself in the bushes. Viper explores the arena. Noxie overhears Jackson and Slushy talking in the distance. Alat makes a wooden spear. I stalk randoms. That's what you get for being a magma cube in my friggin' train station. Alex receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. David receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Rex injures herself. Cook shoots an arrow at Jack but kills randoms too instead. Suguru, Bola, Draco, and Beacon and Mira hunt for other tributes. Ben tries to sleep. Turtle Man fishes. Bam practices archery. Two people died. Ben loses sight. Jay and Alex tell stories about themselves to each other. Jack sees a fire but stays hidden. Turtle Man thinks about winning. I look at the night sky. Draco receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Den and Jackson talk about the tribute still alive. Rex also looks at the night sky. Alat climbs a tree to rest. Noxie goes to sleep. Beacon looks at the night sky as well. That's three people. Randoms defeats David in a fight, but spares his life. Sorry, again. Sorry, David. I just I screwed up the gender stuff. Leave me alone, okay? Coke and Viper sleep in shifts. Bola and Bam run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Suguro tends to Slushy's wounds. Mira stays awake all night. Viper, Draco, Suguru hunt for other tributes. Alex and Turtleface hunt for other tributes. Den picks flowers. Mira receives a hatchet. Randoms chases me. That's what I get for stalking randoms. David runs away from Slushy. Bola goes hunting. Rex kills Bam. Noxie and Alat hunt for other tributes. Jack and Jack work together for the day. Bald Turtle Man fishes. Coke receives an explosive. Beacon searches for water. And Ben bleeds out. Ben's a bozo. That's the second time he's bleeded out, right? Jackson is unable to start a fire, and Suguro cooks his food. Coke lets randoms into his shelter. Slushy convinces no. Alat forces Noxie to kill Rex or Froggy. He refuses to kill, so Alat kills him instead. That's because Noxie likes us both. And my brother Alat, you are mean. Mira screams for help. Bald Turtle Man destroys Turtle Man's supplies while he's asleep. Draco and David talk about the tribute still alive. Alex tends to his wounds. Beacon and Viper talk about the tribute still alive. No. Suguro explores the arena. Jack receives clean water. Pola thinks about home. Turtle Man hunts for tributes. Slushy fishes. Jackson tries to spare a fish with a trident. Rex kills David. Woo. Finally. Draco receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Alat makes slingshot. Jay tries to sleep through the entire day. Coke makes wooden spear. Mira sets off an explosive, killing Den and Beacon. Well, Randoms collects fruit from a tree. I discover a cave. Viper searches for a water source, and Alex travels to higher ground. Proceed. How many shots are heard in the distance? 4. Nice. Alat and Rex hold hands. Jack sets up camp. Coke looks at the night sky. Alex and Slushy talk about tributes. Viper fails to start a fire. Randoms cries himself or herself to sleep. Themself. Jackson receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Turtleman and Draco huddle for warmth. Bola sets up camp. Suguro destroys my supplies while I'm asleep? No! You're supposed to be my bodyguard, bro. What is this? Mira attempts to climb a tree, but falls to her death. Bald Turtle Man cries himself to sleep. Bald Turtle Man makes a slingshot. Random steals from Turtle Face while he isn't looking. Rex tries to sleep through the entire day. Viper tries to fish with a spear. Bola discovers a cave. Draco dies from hunger. Jackson hunts for other tributes. Jack attacks me, but I manage to escape. Suguro is unable to convince Slushy not kill him. Cool, so Suguro died. That's what you get for destroying my supplies. Alex receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Coke receives medical supplies. Alat receives a hatchet. Nice. Rex sets up camp. Viper and Jack talk about the tribute. Bald Turtle Man treats to his infection. Bola thinks about home. Alat, Turtle Man, and Slushy sleep in shifts. Jack starts a fire. Me, Randoms, and Coke cheerfully sing songs together. Alex tends to his wounds. Alex and Bola are still alive. Rex tends to Viper's wounds. Jackson discovers river. I try to spearfish. Uh, Turtle Man practices archery. Random searches for firewood. Alat travels to higher ground. Cook scares Slushy off. Jay injures himself. Bola overhears Alex and Jack talking in distance. No cannon shots. Can somebody kill somebody, please? Jackson tries to sing himself to sleep. Randoms climbs a tree to rest. Bola loses sight of where he is. Slushy stabs Jack. Coke is awoken by nightmares. Turtle Man destroys Bald's Turtle Man's supplies while he's asleep. Viper receives clean water. Alex passes out from exhaustion. I'm unable to start a fire. Rex is unable to start a fire, and Alat receives an explosive. Bola decides to not go to the feast. Randoms decides not to go to the feast. Coke and Viper decide to work together and go to the feast. Turtle Man decides to not go to the feast. Bald Turtle Man kills me. Rex Rex traps kills Alex. I bet that wasn't on purpose. Slushy decides to not go to the feast. Alat doesn't go to the feast. Jackson sobs. Rex travels to higher ground. Slushy sprains his ankle while running away from Alat. Jace sees smoke rising in the distance. Viper searches for firewood. Bola severely injures Randooms and kills him. Jackson sees smoke rising in the distance. Turtle Man discovers a cave, and Coke receives medical supplies. I'm dead again. I didn't even go to the thing, and I just got thrown a knife into my chest. Slushy receives an explosive. Alat receives a hatchet. Bola and Rix talk about the tribute still alive. Coke questions his sanity. Jay, Bald Turtle Man, Viper, and Jackson tell each other ghost stories. Coke begs for Alat to kill him. He refuses, keeping Coke alive. Slushy scares Jackson off. Bola attacks Viper, but Viper lives. Bald Turtle Man and Turtle Man split up to search for resources. Rex receives medical supplies. No shots. Jay fends Slushy, Viper, and Coke away from his fire. Rex looks at the night sky. Alat fails to start a fire. Jackson kills Turtle Man. Bola passes out. Jackson goes hunting. Bola discovers a river. Jay runs away from Coke. Rex extends to Alat's rooms. Viper and Slushy hunt for other tributes. Jackson survives. Jay accidentally makes contact with a spiny lethal plant life. Slushy survives. Bola trips on a rock and falls off a cliff. Viper survives and Alat survives. Coke finds and kills Rex, who was making too much noise. Nice. People died, finally. Alat looks at the night sky. Jackson receives a hatchet. Slushy tends to Viper's wounds. Coke receives fresh food. If Viper wins, do I consider that a win? Everybody hunts for everybody. The arena's border begins to rapidly contract. Coke restrains Alat to a tree and leaves him to die, and everybody else survives. So Alat's dead. 4 people left. Slushy is unable to start a fire. Coke begs for Jackson to kill him. Coke is still alive. Viper quietly hums. Viper travels to higher ground. Jackson picks flowers. Coke stalks Slushy. No shots. Coke starts fire. Viper sings herself to sleep. Jackson tends to Slushy's wounds. Viper diverts Slushy's attention and runs away. Jackson stalks Coke. Kill somebody. Thank you. The arena's border begins to rapidly contract. Coke survives, Slushy survives, Viper survives. Jackson trips on a tree root and is unable to recover fast enough. Slushy fails to start a fire. Coke sings himself to sleep. Viper treats her infection. Viper shoots an arrow into Coke's head, and Slushy dies from hypothermia. Yay! Viper wins. That's kind of obvious, not gonna lie. Viper won. Yay. That's just the important stuff, I guess. And me and Viper are from the same. Yeah, see, District 1 1, and I am in District 1. Did I not get a single kill? Rick's got 4 kills. Nice. Okay.